Saying it's not me, it's the overall situation. Is that the tone we should adopt here? Dave Morris alongside Jenni Carlson, the day that Kevin Durant has decided he's going to leave the Thunder for the Golden State Warriors in the Bay Area. Let's talk about the Oklahoma City pitch. Could they have done anything else? What do we know about that pitch? It's a story you're working on.
Yeah, I think that that's a big question that a lot of people are going to be wrestling with. What was wrong? What wasn't done? What was done? What more could have been done? And frankly, I don't really think that Oklahoma City, especially the city, the people, the state, I don't really think that this is not something that should be taken personally. I really think, if anything, people in Oklahoma should look at their role in this as a positive. Durant, when he announced his decision on the Players Tribune, said, the people really made this a hard decision, the relationships that he'd built. So, I think a lot of people along the way have said, can Oklahoma City, as a smaller market, as a city and a flyover state, as we're known, as a lot of other states in this part of the country are, can it be an NBA city? But I think that we really tugged on Durant to stay, the city, the people, the culture that's here, and I'm not really sure that there was much more that could have been done or said.
Boy, this fan base, the community here across the board, social media, billboards, hashtag videos being produced by various people, they really got on board. They really supported KD, and this just does change the complexion of the NBA in Oklahoma City. There was always Kevin Durant to count on.
I know, yeah. When you think about the Thunder in Oklahoma City, you think about Durant being part of it. He's been here since day one. He was a year in Seattle, then the franchise moves, and he's been here ever since. So there's never been a Thunder team on the court without Durant. And he's not just been important on the court. He's obviously been really visible in the community. He gave $1 million to tornado relief, and I'm sure there were millions of other dollars given in other ways from him that went well beyond anything that was mandated by the NBA or the Players Association, that they have to do a certain number of appearances and those sorts of things in the community. Well beyond that, he was in this community, had a home, was established in that way. So this to me was about basketball. And even at that, I'm not sure that you can look around the Thunder organization and say, man, if only, because they have young talent, they have established talent, they went and acquired new talent on draft night, a night that they had no draft picks. They went out and got more guys. So they've always been trying to evolve and get better, nearly beat the Warriors in 7 games. So I think, obviously if people want to poke holes and say, well, if you sign James Harden, back in the day, I guess, but at the same time, you don't have Steven Adams. You got to start to unpack decisions like that. So those are questions that are going to be asked. But there's really, when you look at it, I just don't think there was a whole lot that the Thunder can say, or the city, state, people here can say, that they fell short on Kevin Durant.
For a Thunder fan on the 4th of July, though, it really takes some of the spark out of the sparkle of the firecrackers, right? Oh,
man. It's definitely disappointing. And, I know a lot of people were sitting at home, refreshing Twitter, refreshing the Players Tribune, which we anticipated would be where Durant would announce this decision. So a lot of people really trying to figure this out. And definitely, I think that's I think that's absolutely appropriate that people would be disappointed, that they would, be down in the dumps about this. Absolutely, it's gonna leave a cloud over what's really a happy day for most people when it comes to the holiday. But, maybe it's better that we had a holiday. If we'd have been working today, nobody would have gotten anything done as we stood around and talked about Kevin Durant. So at least we got that going for us. But absolutely, it's absolutely appropriate that people would feel disappointed. It is really hard to lose a personality that has so impacted this state, not just sports-wise, but really beyond that.
And there'll be the conspiracy theories out there that, well, KD and Russ didn't get along. But as someone who has been in the locker room, covered it a lot, that's not perhaps a vibe you ever picked up on, right?
No, I didn't. And I know that was a really popular narrative, especially a couple years ago when they were still kind of evolving and this team was really, becoming a regular in that NBA title chase. And I know people liked to talk about how these guys didn't get along, but I never really saw that. I think that they saw how much the other one helped them. They were obviously different kinds of players. But I think at the end of the day, they really appreciated each other. I think they were probably as friendly with each other as anybody on that team was. I think they hung out. I think they did things in their off time together. So I just never bought that as a big reason why Durant or Westbrook or either would look to go somewhere else.
Be interesting to see what happens next, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Stay tuned.
That's right. More coverage from Jenni Carlson, the Oklahoman, and online at OK.com.